Hello, I'm Katherine. Welcome to my channel where I speak about insights from my spiritual journey and from my work with the Akashic Records. I wanted to share with you an insight that for me is so liberating, actually, an important soul learning that through an experience which has been repeated again and again over the past probably 12 months now. I'm seeing around 12 months. So yeah, this is a really important insight for me, an insight about soul overlays, about seeing the truth, seeing all the information. Let me explain further. So our soul blueprint, our soul nature is created from the planetary matrix of the planet on which our soul was originally created. Okay, so if your soul was originally created on Earth, you would have an Earther, primarily Earther soul blueprint. Okay, or an Earther soul blueprint, right? It can get overlaid with other qualities. That's the point that I'm talking about. If you were created on one of the other star systems, your soul blueprint would be created from the planetary matrix of that planet. So the qualities, each planet has particular qualities. It has people from that planet. There can be particular purpose and mission of people from different planets, and there can be karma from the different planets. And all of that information becomes encoded into the soul blueprint. So what can happen, however, is that as well as our original soul nature that, is primarily making up the blueprint, encoded into the blueprint, the person's soul blueprint can become overlaid with quite a different soul quality, soul energies from another soul matrix, and its qualities, its purpose, mission, and karma. So there's a couple of ways that I know of that this can happen. One is when we spend time, quite a bit of time on another planet, okay, which obviously, many of us have done. I mean, here we are on Earth, and many of us are from other planetary systems. And spending time on another planet doesn't mean that you get an overlay, create an overlay to your soul. I mean, you can experience being on another planet, learn things, and, because we're always learning, but not with a soul overlay, the impressions taking on become part of the person, not just impressions. They become that the qualities and purpose become so part of that person and overlaid over their original nature that in a sense they can forget who they originally are, because these qualities are so strongly overlaid over their original soul blueprint. For example, if people come from other planetary systems to Earth with a specific spiritual purpose and mission, and they become so focused on the physical experience, on the physical pleasures and sensory experience, that they forget their spiritual nature and become, forget their purpose, forget their mission. They could get an overlay of the Earth or Earth soul blueprint on their original soul qualities in their blueprint, right? And that could create confusion and disconnection with their original nature. And the other way that I've seen that the soul overlay can happen is when someone's developed, this is what I'm working out about this, when my best understanding at the moment. So when someone has developed a strong relationship with a negative ET group, right? With negative agendas and particular qualities, and they have agreements with them and potentially some type of programming and implants. They can, for whatever reason, allow that soul group to influence and manipulate them to the degree that that becomes an overlay over their original soul nature. And another way that there's a disconnect from their original soul nature and purpose and missions, and they become part of the agendas of this negative soul group, right? So the soul group I've particularly seen this with again and again, and this has been the theme, the recent theme, is with the draconian soul group. So I've seen people who and this is where my soul lesson is, okay? Because I've seen the person and their soul essence, their soul nature, the light that they really are. And I have missed the soul overlay, okay? So I haven't fully taken in that information. So I've seen the person as their original soul nature, not the overlay, not the draconian overlay. I haven't seen it initially. There were signs of it, no doubt, but I ignored them and I just saw the soul's original nature. And that is part of my soul quality, that I do that I do see the goodness in people, the light, the true nature of people. But when I'm not seeing all of the information, and this isn't about judging people, this is about seeing the truth, okay? And I feel it's so important for us at this time, which is no doubt why I've had the lesson repeatedly until I really get it. So as I wake up to this and see the truth. And so there's been quite a bit of suffering, quite honestly, from this experience of engaging with people in my life in different ways, perhaps as friends or in living situations where I only see the person's essential soul nature and not the overlay initially, okay? And then the draconian qualities start to come through more and more. And I found myself having some, rather unpleasant learning experiences with a very draconian colored soul. Right. And those experiences the draconian agendas are about manipulation, control. It can be through aggression, through creating fear. This is just what they do. The draconian souls are not on a path of evolution. So having that strong influence can take people off the path of their soul evolution. So as they're just become part of this agenda of the control, of the manipulation, and in this case, really endeavoring to stop light workers. It's one of the things that draconians do. They're here to stop the evolution of the planet. They're here to control and dominate. They don't want light workers doing their work and helping the planet to evolve and helping people. So, the people, when people allow this strong draconian influence, they become part of that agenda of control and dominating others. And they're used as part of that agenda to control and dominate others, and in fact to block and sabotage light workers. So yeah, that's been a theme of not seeing all the information about people, and finding myself involved with people that are very controlling, manipulating, you know, even aggressive, become aggressive to some degree. So as my soul chose this, so as I get it. Repeating the same experience. So I really get this because it hasn't been fun. It hasn't been easy. I've had to, at some point, extricate myself from those relationships and situations which were not helpful and supportive of my purpose. So I wanted to share this with you. I got this today and I was like, oh, wow. Okay, I get it. I'd seen the themes, but not about the soul overlay. And it's there again and again and again, the draconian soul overlay every time. I'm like, oh, okay, getting it, getting it. And yeah, I feel, of course, that's been an opportunity to learn to, I've gone back to clear agreements from, like, I think it was over 600 lifetimes ago, with the draconians that were being used as in these situations too. So really cleaning up that that theme, that pattern, the patterns which have shown up in many of my lifetimes, patterns of control and power over type situations. Yeah, so really happy to be releasing those patterns and claiming greater freedom and empowerment, and just being in my light and doing my work. So I'm really grateful for the opportunity to share this with you, because I feel this type of experience can, be familiar to many light workers, many star seeds. And when we see this for what it is, and there's a clarity in that. For me, there's a real clarity in it as I get this. So thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for listening. And, please do comment and share about your experiences. Thank you.